promise I'm gonna buy a stand for my camera and my phone. Might as well. I probably look like a whole mess too, but anyway. Hey, it's been a while. What am I talking about today? Right. I wanted to talk about sort of creation, destruction, persistence, and humans. Just, us people. What we're doing here, what we can do, and maybe some implications on what we ought to do. But yesterday I was giving a talk, kind of, not really, but I went back to the college I had graduated from to basically talk to the art department and the students they had there about this internship opportunity that I had done over the summer. And basically suggests, like, hey, this is a really great opportunity, you guys should go do this, high key. But that's not what I was talking about, or what I wanted to talk about. But in that conversation, I had sort of broken off into a tangent about sort of human existence, human potential, and sort of the value of the creation and destruction process. I hadn't talked about the destruction so much because I was kind of limited on time. But basically I was just talking about the artistic capabilities of people and how really we're not just here to kind of run systems and try and just maintain order and have the best governments and whatnot. None of that matters if we don't create and destroy. I say and destroy because, destruction can be used in a positive way, especially artistically, and it's often kind of neglected in that sense. But basically, I was talking about human expression and how the ideas and philosophies that people have, basically how they think, can be seen in not only what they do, but what they make. And as far as art goes, to kind of use a cliche, wasp, there are a lot of wasps around my house right now, but to kind of use a cliche saying, if you've seen Dead Poets Society, I'm going to butcher this paraphrase quote, but basically it's something like science, law, math, politics, these are the things, like medicine, these are the things that keep us alive, but art, music, love, beauty, creation, things like that, these are the things that we live for. This is probably the reason why so many people feel so alienated by society, is because society doesn't have to promote sort of expression. Society doesn't have to promote freedom. Even in America, where we say that our values are based on sort of absolute freedom, there's still a lot of restriction, a lot of oppression, and a lot of suppression and repression in society. All of those pressions, people getting pushed too much. But all of those systems, the ordinances and whatnot, I don't know, I'm just kind of spitballing, but all of the things that maintain the order in life are meant to be platforms, sort of. Platforms and kind of protective barriers from either going too far or not going far enough. But that's an interesting looking plane. Anyway, what a lot of people probably should add a little more into their lives in order to feel better, in order to view themselves as being more of themselves. To align yourself with your higher self is just to be you. Because if it's your higher self, then that just means it's your ideal potential, right? And by implication, that means anything less is lower. It's just incomplete. But it's not like not being in tune or not being in line is condemning or anything. Because, and this is why the destruction is so important in sort of artistic expression and how to understand what we are as humans. We're going to die. Negativity is everywhere. There is no way you can get rid of, stop, or end negativity. It's not going to happen. It can't happen. It shouldn't happen. Because without negativity, there is no positivity. And so we need the two to relate each other so that we can have both and use both and grow and learn from both. So, kind of lost my train of thought a little, but basically, we go through life kind of setting ourselves up to be ourselves. We can't just jump right into it from the beginning. It'd be too easy. There wouldn't be any learning, any growing if we started off already living our highest potential. We have to get there, which is sort of what the game is. And get there and stay there and basically just live your life and don't kill yourself doing it. But don't kill yourself, kill your ego. Haha. Woo. I do not like hearing buzzing around my head. Oh my god. Anyway. Right. So we're here to live for the sake of truth, beauty, love, and art, stuff like that. Why? Well, because in my opinion, in my view of it, that's what's really in line with our, collectively, our highest potential. Individually, we're all more specialized. Everybody has their specific interests, the things that they know and that they can share. But collectively, the thing every single one of us can do is create, destroy, and maintain. And so to utilize those aspects of our being really fully, I think the best way to do that is to maintain and support each other so that we can continue to create and destroy. I have this view that consciousness is sort of the ultimate power, the ground of being that people sort of refer to as God, or just kind of reference with that sort of ideology. But regardless of the terminology, the greatest powers, the greatest abilities that thing has is to be able to make, like, this 3D virtual reality. Not only is it an amazing sandbox that we created for ourselves to play around in, but it's fully interactable and fully destructible too. Which is interesting because, think about carpentry. In order for carpenters to do their work, they have to destroy trees and wood. But not just, in a sort of wanton way. There's a craft about it. It's artistic in a sense. Obviously, people can make wood carvings that are literally art. But, even something like fighting is a martial arts. Medicine can technically be an art. I would say it's more of a craft, but I mean, there are ways to, I don't know, maybe that's a little farther from what I'm trying to describe. But basically, the main idea I wanted to get to is that life is an art. Living is like a performance art. You have a state of being, a nature, with different properties, different balances and disimbalance, differences in gifts and disadvantages that you can sort of utilize in order to express that as sort of what you do in this reality. Because I mean, that's almost the only thing you can do, is just be here and be yourself. Do what it is that a thing like you does. And to do that in a way that sort of optimizes your value, that is really, really meaningful, is to just play in a creative sense, you know? Like, we shouldn't worry about death. Obviously, you know, we need some sense to not just go off and do something crazy and die today just for the hell of it. But we shouldn't be afraid of death coming, because I mean, there's no real way, if we're all really tapped into this source consciousness, this sort of satellite dimension of just awareness, then we shouldn't ever really be afraid of dying. Because I mean, we're not our bodies, so we don't have to worry about dying physically. That's just, excuse me, that's more of just being kind of let go and logging off from this system to go back and integrate our life with our being. And you know, we came from source consciousness anyway, so if anything happens to this little blip of consciousness, we could just assume a different perspective and come back down. Time and time again, I get reinforced with this notion that there is absolutely no reason to worry. I mean, people are going to worry anyway. It's kind of what we do. But be comforted in the fact that we take care of ourselves, you know, and we made this system, this reality. It's not like we're gonna make it to fail us. We made it so that so long as we do what we need to do, everything will be accounted for. And the best way to make sure that we do what we need to do, and that we are sort of responsible for our individuality and our roles as conscious agents in this reality, is really just be the best you that you can be. It's kind of cliche, but that's literally what all this spiritual awakening stuff, that's what all of this philosophy is really about. Don't resist yourself, you know? Like, yes, we're going to make mistakes. Yes, we're going to have to learn and we're going to have to grow. Yes, we start off kind of problematic so that we can get better and be better. And that's the whole point of it, is learning how to choose to create, destroy, and maintain from a place of responsibility and accountability, which kind of reflects the unity that we have with the rest of reality. Because, you know, the unity, the connectedness we have to everything in the universe, the connectedness that consciousness has to all other consciousness, That's not just kind of a neat little metaphysical fact. It's not the point, but it's a major point of existence. Is everything we do affects everything else, and everything that is done affects us. And so when you think about it like that, I mean, guys, if we want to have a good time, let's, be fair about it. Let's have a good time. So if you got something interesting to share, share it. If you got something cool that you can make, there's a market for everything almost. I don't care if what you do is you draw amazing pictures of bananas. Draw the best bananas you could possibly draw. Make absolutely amazing photorealistic or abstract picturesque cubist bananas. I don't know, just make those bananas, man. And have fun doing it, because it's what we're here to do. Life is a game, life is a dream. Do what you want, say what you mean. I'm not afraid of this ending, because I don't even remember when it started. Seems like it's been going on forever, so I mean, it might. And if that's really the case, then it's been nice playing with you. Let's continue to play. If you like more of this content, shush! Jeez, you're so loud. Yeah. If you like more of this content, I've got a lot of videos on my channel. Check it out, subscribe if you want to. I'm going to be making videos a little more frequently because I guess I'm getting a handle now of how to channel these ideas and whatnot. Or not necessarily channel, but actually like get it out, express it. But I've also got a website, aarondetige.com, where I post blog posts about more of the philosophic content and kind of my explanations in a lot more detail of what this is and all of the wacky ideas that I just kind of dive into. And I'm also thinking of doing some drawings and posting them on there to kind of have visual representations of some of the ideas that I like talking about, because I used to draw and it's something I want to get back into. I feel like it's part of the creative potential that I'm kind of missing, or was kind of missing in my life. I'm getting it back now. But I hope you learned, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you're having fun and living a good life, being you. It's nice to be free. So, yeah, if I can help you do that, by all means. And thank you for watching.